25 पर ठीक है भाई 25 अजान 25
Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa khususan ala sayyidil awwalina wal akharina wa khatamin nabiyyina wal mursalin sayyidina wa nabiyyina Maulana Mohammed wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa baraka wa sallama تسليما كثيرا كثيرا أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي या रब्बी सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम. My respected elders, my brothers, my friends, and my brothers and sisters, very soon, inshallah, we will be welcoming the sacred month of Ramadan. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, 2 months before, would start making the dua that, oh Allah, take us safely to the month of Ramadan. And when we look at the biography of our predecessors, we find many months before Ramadan, they would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, let us live till Ramadan so that we can enjoy the barakat and the blessings of the month of Ramadan. My respected elders, when we look at our own selves, and when we ponder and we look at the seerat and the biography of our predecessors, we see a huge difference between us and them. We find them individuals, personalities, who would always have in their minds Allah, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Akhirat. Their entire effort would be for Akhirat. From among the personalities and our predecessors, we find Imam Abu Hanifa, rahmatullah alayhi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower His mercy on his grave, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and you the tawfiq to follow his footsteps. How, besides the knowledge, how great a worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he was. Just in the month of Ramadan, they say he performed 55 hajjs. And once while in the month of Ramadan, he was in Makkah al-Mukarramah. In the month of Ramadan, he was performing Umrah. Within the month of Ramadan, he performed 120 Umrahs. It's not an easy task. If somebody was to do a tawaf, just one tawaf, he will find it very difficult and hard, because one tawaf consists of 7 circuits. And doing Umrah one has to go to outside the hill, he has to go to Masjid Aisha, put the ihram from there, come back. Now doing this 4 times a day. And besides all other worships. And Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi was a very great worshipper. These are the personalities we need to read about. So that these personalities, by reading their biographies, we will get their encouragement and the boost. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even instructs us and commands us, وَاتَّبِعْ سَبِيلَ مَنْ أَنَابَ إِلَيَّ. Follow the footsteps of those who have turned to me. And these personalities, they turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sincerely. They were the men of Allah. They were very God-fearing personalities. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, as Mis'ar, his student mentions, that once at night, I entered the masjid and I found someone, because it was dark, there was no lights, I found someone in the prayer and he's reciting the Quran, and he had such a beautiful voice. And he says, I did not recognize who he was, but the voice was such a beautiful, pleasant voice he had, that the voice did not let me move from there. And he said, I just stood behind him so that I could listen to the Quran. And he said, he was reciting the Quran, and I was thinking, well, now he's going to go to ruku. Now he's going to go to ruku until he read the half Quran. And then I was assuming now, after very little while, he will go to into the ruku. I was thinking he'll go, now he'll go. He completed the full Quran in 1 rak'at. Full Quran in 1 rakat. They say there were 4 personalities who finished the Quran in 1 rakat. One of them, this personality whom I'm mentioning. So he said, when he finished the salam and he gave the salam and he turned around and I looked at him carefully and I saw he was Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, he would finish 1 Quran every day. When we look at Imam Abu Hanifa was a tabi'i. Tabi'i are the personalities who saw Sahaba Ikram. And when we go back to the Sahaba Ikram, we find Hazrat Usman Ghani radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He had such a relationship with the Quran. All the Sahaba Ikram, they had such a great and concrete relationship with the Quran that they, their mashghala and their routine was to recite the Quran all the time. Hazrat Usman Ghani radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he used to also finish 1 Quran in 1 rakat. And the day he got martyred, and while he got martyred, you know what he was doing? He was reciting the Quran. This much love and they had for the Quran. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, such a great worshipper. And they say once he was going and some 2 ladies were standing and he passed by 2 ladies, 2 women, and one was saying to the other, look, Imam Abu Hanifa is going. He is the one who stands in the prayer for the whole night. And Imam Abu Hanifa heard this. And he said, is this what these people are thinking about me? That I stand in the prayer the whole night? He said, now I should make this true. From then, they say for 40 years, he read his Fajr Salah with the wuzu ablution of Isha prayer. Which means, after Isha, he would stand in the Tahajjud prayer The whole night he would stand in the prayer, reading the Quran, standing and crying before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when Fajr would come, then he would read with very same wudu, he would read Fajr. And when he passed away, and his neighbor, the neighbor whose small son, he said to his father after a few days, he said, Dad, how come this next door house, I used to see a pillar on the house, and I don't see that pillar now. What's happened to the pillar? He said, oh my beloved son, this pillar? Meaning, Imam Abu Hanifa used to go on the roof of his house at night, and he used to offer the tahajjud prayer, and the neighbor would see him standing in the prayer, and the child, and he would be standing. Today when we stand in the prayer, we might be playing with our bodies, playing, scratching here and there. When we see Sahaba Ikram and these personalities, when they would be standing in the prayer, the onlooker would say, it's a pillar standing. So he said, where is I can't see the pillar. What happened to the pillar? He was a child. He said, oh my dear son, that pillar has gone. It was a pillar of Shariat and Islam. The pillar was Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, who has just passed away a few days ago. In the month of Ramadan, Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi used to finish 60 Qur'ans. Today we might be thinking, this is, it doesn't come in our mind. Our mind don't accept. But you know what? Something. These people showed, if you want to do something, you can do it. If anyone wants to do something, he will able to finish 60 Qurans in the day, in 1 month. And they proved it. These personalities, they proved it that one can do it. Whatever, the month of Ramadan is coming, we don't give any importance to the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan, to us, is just like any other month. And we don't plan, for the month of Ramadan, how we're gonna worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't make any daily routine. But these personalities, when we read their biographies, we find they had time for everything. Maulana Ashraf Ali Thalmi rahmatullahi alayhi, he had a timetable for everything. And then he used to say, people, are saying how rude the ulamas are. They don't give us the time to meet them. Just a humble request, let Haji Sahib, pass through the rows. He was complaining that when I come, the people already had started the biryani. It's difficult for him to come through. So let him come and then he can stand up. He's coming on. Jazakumullah khairan. You may stand up now.